Everyone, I'm back again. This is my second video of the day, or it might be the first video of the day you're watching, but I'm continuing with my little Christmas folio. That's the cover, which we did earlier. This is when you open it, this is the first part that you see, and we did that earlier today, and I really like it, actually. Do really like it. Then we open it up and we've got the envelope page. I haven't done anything with that yet. And then as we carry on, we've got this page spread. Now this wider section here, this 3/4 of an inch section, that's where a journal will go ultimately when we get finished decorating it. So really these two pages you probably will never see together unless you take the journal out. So they don't have to be as closely related as these two were. So I thought for this one I've put some things together that I thought I would use. I'm going to use this, and that will be a long journal card down there. Let's pop this away now. And on that I'm going to use one of the pieces from the Tim Holtz Botanical Layers kit, which is the Christmas tree. It's a photograph, it's very realistic. And I thought that I've got this little stamp of a bow. I haven't tried this out, so I've no idea what it's going to turn out like. But I thought we could put that at the top. Then I've got all these die flakes. Yes, they are die flakes indeed. Die cuts of snowflakes, with the odd dog thrown in, I see. But I thought they might look quite nice just to decorate around it. And I thought on the bottom we could put some snow, or some paper that looks like snow. So that's where I'm going to start. So I've just got this piece of, it's just white, thicker copy paper. And I'm just going to tear that at an angle. Well, that's the idea. Yeah, like that. And I thought that I might put that up behind it. How far up can I go? Up to about there. And then have another one coming down. I can't work out which way to do this. One of those has got to be right, hasn't it? Yeah, that one. So pop that there, coming down that way. So it's, oh no, I wanted that on top of this. So underneath the tree and on top of that. So yeah, bit like that. Let's ink those up and see what happens. I've got a piece of really scruffy paper here, so I'm going to use that to ink on. And I'm actually using some ice inking today. It's in the colour Ocean, and it's just kind of the colour I want for snow, really, I think. So let's just ink the edges of that, because it grabs onto the tone section much more readily than the rest. There we go, just a bit of colour on it. Okay, and this one. I've never used ice ink before for blending, and I must say I'm not impressed. I won't be rushing out to buy a full set or anything. It's working after a fashion, but not like distress ink, put it that way. Right, I haven't had them very long, so they're not old, I can't blame that. And that will be our Christmas tree bottom. Base, I should say. Bottom sounds a bit not right. That's not straight down there, so I'm just going to have to take that slightly over the edge. Put that there. Put the Christmas tree there. And then this bit, just need to check it's going to work really. Oh no, like that. Yeah, you got to see that little rock bit there, but I'm all right with that, I think. So let's put the first bit on then. Down to about there. This is the plan anyway. Haven't tried it out. Might not look overly great. And again, it might look smashing. Who knows? There we go. Right. Yeah, I can see the colour that I put on it. That's been a bit harsh on it, I think. Okay, so that's there. That's our first sort of background hill, if you like. And then this one, oh, I need to stick this on first, I think. So as I can cover that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, let's stick that on then. So the thing about paper crafting, you kind of have to concentrate, because there are times when you need to, you know, stick things on first, put a brad in first, button and string closure, and you're just sailing away, not thinking about it, and then you think, oh darn it, I should have done that. Too late. So just get this stuck down, then I can get my other bit of snowy background on top of it. So where's the top? I want to have a bow, so about there. Lovely, and I don't want to stick that down too much because I want to stick this down. Just roughly tear off where I want it, save me gluing everything that I don't need. There we go. Right, let's see if I can feed this up into there. Like that. Yes, we can. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's nice. I like it. Right, let's press everything down then. Then we can chop it off and see if we're happy with the results. I think we will be. I think we're all right. That's not quite cut straight. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. That was kind of what I had in my mind, so that's good. I think we're probably going to need something down there which I hadn't factored in, but you know, so be it. Right, where's my stamping block? I want to stamp that little, got a big one, must have a smaller one somewhere. Oh no, I'll use the big one then. I'm going to have to put glue stick on the back because these stamps have been stamps a very long time, I think. But that's okay. Right, shall I emboss it or just stamp it? I think I probably need to emboss it to make it stand out. So I'm going to get my red ink again and my where is it? What's that? Candied apple. Oh no, I've still got the lumberjack plaid out. Quite like that candied apple, it's quite light. Yeah, might use candied apple for this one. Let's take this off so we're ready to rock. Yeah, that looks nice and red. I hope this is going to work and not just look silly. Time will tell. About there. Oh no, that looks nice. Perfect. So let's put lids on things. Oh, I'll put my spare embossing glaze away. Way. Good job the lid was on that. Right, let's just heat emboss this thing. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so let's pop that back in the stamp box. So all I want now is just to put a few of these little Christmas snowflakey things around it, just to break up the background a little bit. These are these ones that Mr. F found at a charity shop. Honestly, I'm so thrilled with them. Just to break up the background a little bit, and I think I'm just going to use red because the tree itself is green. Want some hanging over the edge, of course. Maybe one more. Oh, down there. I think that's fine. I like the look of that. We'll glue those in place. Put the spare ones away. There's all sorts of things mixed up in this bag. There's dogs. That looks like a rubber duck to me. I don't know what it actually is, but I think it's a rubber duck. There we go. Oh, got a straggler. Right, let's see if I can find the tweezers and get these glued on somewhere where I want them. Somewhere near where I want them anyway. Quite a lot of glue there. Way too much glue. Just use my tummy towel to press it down and pick up that surplus glue. Might as well do this one, seeing as we're over this side. Hard to tell which is the right way. I say die cut, but I'd like to bet you these were done with a punch, a paper punch. And what a good idea. Because die cutting all these would have been so tedious. But with a punch, you just keep sticking paper in, punch, punch. Before you know it, you've got a bag full. I never think about buying punches, to be honest. I've got some butterflies and a heart. That's about it, really. Sad state of affairs. Maybe if they're on sale at some stage, I'll have a look and see what they've got. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's quite sunny here today. It was very frosty through the night, which always makes, it's a nice clear day the next day, which it is. It's lovely. So when I get this finished, we're going to have lunch, and then we can take the parcel that Mr. F is still wrapping up to the courier. There we go, that's all our snowflakes on. Lovely. That's nice. So let's just trim those off. There we go. Yes, I like that. I don't know if I need some I can't remember the word, bling on my tree, but we'll see. I'm going to round the corners first and ink it, and then let's see what's going on with it. I'm just going to take 1/4 inch corners off it. You can tell it's bright by the screen, can't you? Part of it you can't actually see me in. That's better. That's much better. Right, so let's ink around there. Yeah, I like that. It's nice, but I do think the tree needs some bling, and I think we need some wording of some sort. Maybe from my alphabet, my die cut alphabet on the bottom. So, oops, upside down. So there we are. I have some red little blingy things, these ones. I think they'll be fine, just to look like ornaments hanging on the tree. I probably don't want that many. Looking for my glue and my tweezers. Tweezers, here they are. Actually my scalpel's probably better for the job. So let's put one at the top in the middle of that bow and see what it looks like. Hey, that one went flying. Yeah, that's nice. Nice, nice. So yeah, I want some, but I don't want masses. 1, 2, 3. Let's put those on. See where we get to, what it looks like. It's quite nice building a card up. You know, when you haven't had a background, you're making it yourself from scratch. Ooh. Stick there, you know you want to. And maybe another 3 further down. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. And that, I guess, is probably going to be enough. These are flighty little devils. I've got glue around that now. No. Yeah, there we are. I don't know that I actually need any more than that, really. Might put one there. And then that is it. I could see you could get carried away with this very easily. Right, there we go. Yeah, happy with that. That's nice. But I do need something down here. So I'll put you on pause and I shall cut some letters out of my alphabet and I'll see you back here very soon. Well, after all that, I got all my alphabets out and none of them would fit Christmas in there. So I've stamped Happy Christmas and I've embossed it, and that, I think, is that. I quite like it actually, it's nice. So let's just make sure that's the back, that's the front. Let's just see what it looks like in situ. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think I've got a stocking somewhere that would go down there. Where could that be? Could be in my box of Tim Holtzness, which has now got other things in as well as Tim Holtz. Let's remove the extraneous items. Let's see if I can find this stocking. It will be around somewhere. I have seen it, sure I've seen it. Ooh, holiday greetings. Does that fit? Oh, it just does. I quite like that. There's the stocking. Does that fit? Ooh, just no, I'd say. So, holiday greetings then. Says she, carrying on looking. Well, you never know what you find, do you? Is that just a bit too big? No, I think that's the same length. What does that say? Christmas address labels, 10 cents for 6. No, I think I like the holiday greetings better. Oh, there's one there that says Christmas, which I quite like. No, let's go for the holiday greetings. So when you're buying a pair of shoes, I don't know if you do it, but you see a pair you like, you try them on, they fit, they're comfortable, but then your eyes light on something else in the store, don't they? Oh, might like to try those on. So you try those on, you see something else you like, you try those on. Before you know it, you've got about 10 pairs of shoes that the ladies brought you to try on. And what do? You go back to the first pair. I think I like these best. So you could, excuse me, you could just forgo all the other 10 pairs really, couldn't you? Because you never select them, you go for the pair you like best first. Just the way we are. Just the way we are. Right, let's see then where I need to cut this. Quite close to that red. So I'm just going to cut it and leave a minuscule margin, which is about half the size of a margin. There we go. So yeah, I think that'll look nice up there. Does that fit? Yeah. Great, let's get that stuck on, then we can move on to the other journaling card that's going to go behind the belly band. And then that's pretty much, apart from a stopper for the envelope flaps, that's pretty much this side of the folio done, which didn't take long at all, did it? Whoops, upside down. We've steamed through it. See if I can get it straight would be good. Right there, I think. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Can't go wrong with Timmy stuff, though, can you really? to be fair. Right, so that's that page. Happy with that. So now let's move on to this page. So what have I done? I have cut a piece of card. Well, it's paper actually. It needs backing, to be honest. Even onto another. That's not any good, is it? It's not big enough. Yeah, I might just back it onto a piece. That'll do. It's another piece of the same thing, but just to give it a bit more substance. Yeah, perfect. So I'll stick that onto there. Because it's going in and out of a belly band. So you want it to be fairly rigid, so it doesn't bend when you're pushing it in and out. I think Mr. F's finally got his package packaged up. He's gone quiet anyway, so far so good.
I've learnt my lesson.
You've learnt your lesson. You can't take any more of those looks. You can't see from there anyway. I know that, because you need new glasses.
You don't need to be looking at me to feel the look.
Just get that straight on there, that's lovely. Right, so we'll cut that out and then we'll have a double thickness piece which will be just fine when it's dried. Kind of hard to see where I'm cutting, but let's assume that's something like right. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Just keep that, you never know when you need it to back a little tag or something. Right, so I've got another stamp out. I know, I've been through all my stamps. And this one is a little teddy in a Christmas stocking. And I absolutely love him. The problem, I suppose, is that when he's stamped on, that will be right behind the belly band, so you won't see it. But, you know, what can you do? I think he probably needs to go at that angle. Right, so let's ink him up, but I am going to emboss him, and I'm going to clear emboss him. That was me trying out my stamp for the other thing. Yeah, I'm going to stamp him in black and clear emboss him, and then we'll see where we're at. So black, that's what I need. Here we go, VersaFine Clair Nocturne, which is a lovely black actually. I really need this to work, otherwise I'm going to have to put a third layer of card on there. I have stamped him out before and he did work really well, so let's hope. Okay, so I want him just at a slight bit of a jaunty angle, like that. That look fairly central-ish. Let's go for it. Leaving it to give it every chance of transferring this ink. Oh, he's perfect! Well done, Ted. Yeah, that's great. Couldn't have asked for a better stamp. Put the lid on that. Right, let's heat emboss this then. There he goes. There we are. Oh, Ted. Doesn't he look nice? Oh, he really does. I like him a lot. So it is my plan to colour him in. It's a bit warm at the moment. And I don't even think the glue's anything like set, but never mind. We'll carry on regardless. I did also look at this little stamp that's got snowflakes on it. So I thought we could perhaps put some snowflakes around him. Yeah, he's cool enough now. So I've looked at my watercolour pens. Any colouring medium at all will do if you're colouring in a stamp. I mean, I presume you haven't got the same teddy in a stocking as I have. It'd be funny if you did have, wouldn't it? I've got this browny sort of colour, might do for Ted. You don't need to be too pedantic. I know that was me saying that. Little paws. Oh, they're so cute. There we go. And somewhere in here I've got a water brush. Wow, that was a lot. I'm just going to drag in a little bit of that brown colour onto his muzzle. Don't want it dark, just a little bit there. That's fine. And in his ears. There we go. Oh, he looks lovely. You look lovely, Ted. So I want some green for the holly. Don't know what. I need a bit of scrap paper. Let's use this. Let's use this. See what colour things are. Ooh, that's not a very holly colour, is it? It's not a very holly jolly colour. What's this one? Yeah, that's alright. I like that. So I'm just putting the dark in the middle. Then I'm just going to use my water brush, which has still got brown on it, to pull that out to the edges there. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. That's great. Right. So that, I guess, is a candy cane. So I'm thinking we need some red. I don't even know if I've got a red. Yeah, that looks like a red. It's called lobster. I think it's the nearest I'm going to have. Just, what colour's that called? Wine red. Don't know. Might be redder. Might be a bit redder than that. I'm pretty sure I haven't got a red. But I might have just found one. Looks like it might be pinky. Coral it's called. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, no, that's too pinky. Right, definitely I'm going for this one. And I'm going to do the darker bits. I mean, really, what's the fuss about? Can you even see it? There we go. Well, I've got the red in my hand. Do I need to do anything? I can do this bit of tartan here, I guess. Because it's like a patchwork stocking. Actually, it's very nice. I'm just going to colour the whole thing in red. Like that. Anything else that needs to be red? Let's do this bit. Anything else? Yeah, maybe this bit, because it looks the same tartan as the bit at the top. I don't know if it is or not. Right, now we need some green. I'll use the same one that we use for the holly, and I'll do this section here because it's got holly on it. Oh, squeaky, squeaky, sorry. There we go, and maybe this big bit here in the toe. Sorry about squeaky noise. It's a bit of red there actually. Well, a bit of tartan that we've done in red, so I'll do that in red as well. What else? What other colour could I use? I could use a different green, I suppose. What other colours do you have at Christmas? You have red and green. What colour is that? That's a bright green. Let's use that. Bit there's tartan. So I'll get my red pen out again, finish that bit off. There we go. Right, then I've got this bit. So what colour is that going to be? I really don't know. Is that a very light green? I don't know. Don't know what colour these are. Help. Where's this lobster one? It's a kind of orangey colour, but let's give it a go. Actually, that looks quite nice. It's quite a nice light colour. Right, so there we are. He's coloured in. He looks quite nice, actually. I like him. Oh, we need his loop needs to be something. I'll just use this colour because I've got it in my hand. There we go. Yeah, like that. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's put those away. Put the lid back on here. Right. So now I want to stamp some of the stamp that I showed you a minute ago, and it's now thoroughly disappeared. Here it is. My desk is, as Tracy Fox would say, is full of ideas. You might more honestly say it's a mess, but I like it being full of ideas. Oh, look at that. Good job I tested that. That's no good. That's going to have to go on a block, otherwise we're going to get that transfer all the time. So let's just use this block. It's as good as any. Doesn't want to stick. Of course it doesn't want to stick. The block's filthy. Never mind the stamp. Right, let's try this out again. Make sure I've got no ink there. Yeah, that's perfect. That's lovely. I don't think I need to emboss them. They're very tight. I think they'll be all right. So I'm just going to go around randomly. There, got a mark. Do it the way you're supposed to do it. Just being super cautious now. I think it looks all right though. Happy with it really. And it'd be very easy to get that mark back again, and I definitely do not want it. I think we're okay. I probably just want 2 there actually, so let's ink it up and then dab off those 2 we don't want. Clean them off. Got these 2 here. That's fine, I've covered up that boo-boo that I did earlier, so I'm happier about that. Yeah, I like that, it's nice. Didn't need embossing or anything. So let's round the corners, ink it up, and Bob's your uncle, I think. Let the crocodile corner rounders out. I'm just wondering whether it needs some ribbon or something in it. It maybe looks a little bit bland. Let's ink it anyway first. Then see what I have immediately available to me. Oh, I'm pleased with old Ted. Turned out nicely. Just a quick squid on the back. Let's see if I've got any sari silk or anything like that. Probably have. Well, I mean I have, but whether it's right here or not, that is the question. What have I got? I've got little bits of ribbon. Oh, I've got some sari silk. Oh, and I've already done the ends on it. There's a piece that I used for that little rack that I showed you a couple of Sundays ago. So yeah, I am going to put some ribbon on here. Let's just work out where we are going to put the holes for it. So I'm going to come in 1 inch from that corner and about 1/2 inch down, something like that. About there. 1 inch from that corner and about 1/2 inch in, which is about there. So let's make those holes. And this one. Lovely. I'm not putting eyelets in them. Just thread this through. Oh, that's much easier with the ends on them, I can tell you. There we go. I'll get this half done because I've got quite a lot of sari silk here, so I could probably perhaps get a double bow in there. Right, there's one. Let's see if we can get another one in. Could be a possibility, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I think so. Whoops. There we are. If you pull all those out, they begin to look quite nice, pretty. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to have to trim some of these threads off. There's too many threads even for me. I do like a bit of threads around the place. There we are. So yeah, we've got a nice double bow. The ends of the sari have got the washi tape on to protect them. You can just fiddle around with that till your heart's content, but that's it. So there we are. Looks nice. Where's our journal gone? That's a really good question. That is a really good question. What have I done with it? It's got to be here somewhere, one would have assumed. Alright, I've lost my journal. I genuinely have lost my journal. Oh no. Here it is. Knew it'd have to be here somewhere. It's in a box over there. Right, so this is the belly band that we want this to fit under. So far so good. Oh, it's too wide. I've made it too wide. How could I have done that? What a silly woman. Well, it's a good job that this is closer to that edge than this. That's all I can say, because I'm going to have to take a bit off that to about there. Let's trim that off. I do not know how that happened, but it's happened. And like I say, the teddy wasn't central anyway, which is a really good job. He's more central now. So all is not lost. Let's take those corners off again. Ink around, and I think then, fingers crossed, he should fit. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how come those measurements were off, but they were. Live with it, move on. That is just the job. So all that you can see of him at this stage are the snowflakes around him, which actually look quite nice, and the double bow. And then when you take it out, dee-dee-dee, it's Ted in a stocking. Brilliant. So there we are, it does fit now. So we made our Christmas tree journal card, which is very nice. I like it. Which fits into that side tuck. We've put that on, we've made our journaling card, just about. So that's that. That's me finished for the day. If you're following along, good luck. No, it's relatively easy. I don't know, that was just a mistake. It was just a mistake. They happen. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow when we will begin. The back I'm leaving pretty blank, I think. We'll begin with this spread here. So, see you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.